This is Chanel Bunger with the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast, and today I'm delighted to speak with Sarah Dusek, co-founder, entrepreneur, and venture capitalist of Enygma Ventures. Sarah, thank you so much for joining me. Can you take a moment and introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your background and career?
Absolutely. I'm an entrepreneur and an investor. My name is Sarah Dusek, and I'm the co-founder of a venture fund called Enygma Ventures. And Enygma focuses specifically on investing in women in Africa.
Thank you so much for that introduction. Now, moving forward, what are some of the trends that you're watching in your role today?
Well, I am always fascinated by fintechs. We have several fintechs in our current portfolio, and particularly in the African continent, we're seeing the sort of huge, rapid rise of digitization, and particularly the digitization of money. So that's been really interesting to see how that space has evolved over the last few years. Obviously, AI is becoming a huge thing. We have invested in one company that's building an AI tool for recruiting and helping speed up the recruitment process by helping put incredible, appropriate candidates in front of you, hopefully without some bias. So, I mean, those two themes are really interesting. EdTech is interesting, but really, I guess I particularly love anything that is trying to move us forward. So when I'm looking at things and seeing what's happening out in the startup space, I'm loving understanding how entrepreneurs are thinking about how they're moving the world forward and trying to make our world better.
Got it. And what are you most focused on and excited about? And what initiative from the past 6 to 18 months are you most proud of?
I'm proud of all our women that we've invested in. And I guess the initiative that I'm most focused on connected with that is investing in women. Women get less than 2% of venture capital funds globally. And so women are woefully underfunded around the world. And even fund managers managing capital globally, women are woefully underfunded and are underperforming because they're under managing capital. So I am actively focused on supporting women and helping women specifically go on that journey from $0 to $1 million. Only 2% of women ever make it to building a business that is $1 million or more. And so helping women try and beat those statistics and try and rapidly grow and scale is what I'm focused on.
Thank you so much. And you are the perfect person to ask this question since this is literally what you do. But if you were to give a few pieces of advice to emerging female leaders, what would you give them?
Oh, I'm writing a book because there's so much I want to say. At first, I would say the world isn't geared up for you to lead. The world isn't set up for you to succeed, even. But that doesn't mean you can't, and that doesn't mean you shouldn't. In fact, it means the opposite. It means you have to so that someone else can. You have to so that someone else who looks like you, who's maybe a generation behind you, will see your face and think, because of them, I can do it too. So women are very much in groundbreaking roles, in entrepreneurship, in finance, in leadership roles across the board. And we've made some progress over the last 25 years, but we've still got a really, really long way to go. So I would say, don't be surprised that the world doesn't seem to be on your side. Don't be surprised by the patriarchy. Don't be surprised that the world isn't set up for you to succeed, but that none of those things means that you can't or that you shouldn't or that you won't succeed.
Got it. Thank you so much. I love that. And is there anything else you want to say to the listeners before we wrap up?
I guess I would say to all our female listeners, never give up, never accept defeat, never back down. Don't think you can't. Don't believe you aren't good enough, because you are. You're capable. You are able. You are perfect just the way you are. And the world will be better if you are in it. So keep going. Keep pressing on, keep being strong, keep imagining, keep dreaming, and keep making things happen.
I love it. Thank you so much for that. And Sarah, I also want to thank you for joining me today on the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. It was a pleasure. Thank you.